is stretched lace. Is stretched or international lace?
I don't know.
Okay, you're far enough after foods that you can stomach something.
Yeah.
Well, it's rotten baby food that was left in the kitchen somewhere far and whatever, and just the moment before Omer threw it out, it's like, no, I want it. It's beautiful.
Let's have a look again, Haya.
Yeah, go back.
So, sorry, this was... Can you say the name again?
I think it's international lace or stretched lace.
Wow, incredible. How did you make the photograph? Just with your
regular, very uninteresting lace.
And is it worked late on, the image?
No, almost not at all. Just sometimes, just let's say if, but no, most of in the first work I did, the Mother, Daughter, and Holy Spirit, what happened one day is that when I had to print the print, so I went to a place to print, and then one day I came back and I see that she equalized all the skin tone of the works.
Right.
I think I told you that she equalized. It's like, and I like, why did you do that? And she says, well, because it's a series.
Yeah.
It's a series. The way the artist thinks about series. I said, yeah. Anyhow. And I said, no, I don't want any equalizing, because it's the idea that I did everyone in a different day, in a different month, in a different sun time, in a different... Right. That's the issue. The time and the difference is, that's life. That's how it is. That's how I'm presenting myself. So usually, here too, the fixes I did are really small. No manipulation, no adding on anything that was... Just sometimes just the color. What you usually do is color, to get the color right. But no, the whole thing was that the production, that's the issue. But I do not touch the image. Mm-hmm. The image has to be as is. It's very, really, like none of them have been worked over. None of them are changed. I can show you the negative. They all look exactly the way the negative looks.
So all the objects or the tools like the soothers or the pacifiers, they are all things that you had at that time you were using or your children were using.
It's my mother equipment.
Yeah, it's your mother equipment. So can you? I think I asked already, but can you approximately within what kind of time frame were these works made?
Oh, years. I think I started making them after I did the series. It takes me a long time to get the pieces out. The whole production and getting them to, and finding and getting money and knowing there's enough.
No. I'm just thinking about the work. Did you, when you were photographing at home, when you were taking the images? Yeah. What age were the children?
Between a few months and 4 or something, or 3. Yeah. Or something like that. I think, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Or a bit more. Yam was with pacifiers many years, so
yeah.
So, and then there was the video art, which you probably saw. It's called Thinking, which is also connected to thinking. Because in Hebrew, when you tell an Israeli to say thinking, he'll say thinking.
Yeah.
He or she, and this is this is more about spirituality and the idea that, okay, I'll give you an example. Feminists had a problem with this exhibition. They came over, a group of feminists. Yes. I kind of
with this particular video,
with the whole with the project, the exhibition. I had a few classes come over, and obviously there were different reactions, but the feminist reaction was kind of the beginning was shocked, because they said, "You're saying that housework is fun." Mm-hmm. You're basically, it's like you're putting us back into the kitchen. Mm-hmm. We're working really hard to get out of the kitchen. to get out of this work, and you're putting us back saying, oh, this work is amazing. That's the logic, because it's like, where's the suffering, where's the all the dishes, etc. And I wasn't expecting that at all. And it took me a while to understand what happened there, because it's like, this is such a feminist, I'm talking about the value of this work. I'm talking about, we need to be paid, we need to be acknowledged, this work needs to be paid. If we're not doing it, then another woman from Africa is doing it. It's like, you never get away from this work. And what happened is that, it scared them, because they thought it was, mahutani is the word. Essentialism? No. Like when essentialism.
Yeah, it could.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what the interpretation was not.
That is essentialist.
Yes. That it was. And there's something that a lot of people, I think, don't understand, that when you are in a really bad position, you will not talk about your bad position. You will look for the sky. You will pray. You will imagine a different time, because you cannot be in the bad position and talk at the best, because it won't get the. So being in a not so in a hard position or whatever, it's like, I was looking for art. I was looking for spirituality. I was looking for meaning. I was looking to be valued. I was looking for, and so I was looking around, and it's like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Right. Oh, there it is. And yeah.
Right. That's interesting, because you were talking really from your own subjective experience there, and they, I guess, were reading it on a different register or something.
I think the taking this work that feminists want to say is awful, and saying this is meaningful, and not only is it meaningful, I want to be valued for it. That's only now coming into all this care being that was not at all the option to realize that this work is not going anywhere. Even if you don't do it, but someone else is going to do it, and it's usually a woman, and it's usually a woman who's leaving her children, and it's usually an economy who separates women from their children. So I'm talking about the value of this work, the value it should be afforded, and I value it. I value it, and it's like. It says in the text, there is no machine that can do this work. And now some of the people who are talking about the ethics of making a child out of artificial womb are talking exactly about that. Where are all your human connection?
Yeah.
So here are some. Here, this was with, we did all kinds of, this is the activism. Bring many, many groups here. This is just two of something like almost every.
And were these discussion groups, conversation groups,
and lecture? Yes, all of the above. For instance, this one is with Ayelet Ilani. Ayelet Ilani. See, I wanted to bring in different, as we usually do, different aspects of the same picture. Ayelet Ilani is someone who became my friend. She initiated a foundation that supports women to find themselves economic independence. And this is what she does for years. And one of the things she says, which is true, is, again, she's been saying this for years, and she worked with women, that when you ask a man about his development in life, about his career, his job, please tell me your job trajectory. So he says, so I started working here, and then I went here, and then I got fired, and then I worked here, and then I worked here, and he says his development. How does a woman describe hers?
Yeah, they started something, they got married, they had children, and that's it.
Basically, yeah. It's to say, like, she started, exactly, she has one kid, and then I had to stay there, then I had to go back differently, then I had my other kid, and then this and this happened, then I couldn't go back to so it's like, the kids do not exist in the narration of the man. and she gave a session here in the exhibit, and Hadara gave a session about